I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I dish on some new films, including the sequel to Venom, the prequel to the hit Sopranos series, and a German import with Dan Stevens as an attractive robot. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the sequel to the worst superhero movie I saw in 2018, which is a slight improvement over that, but that's not saying much. Tom Hardy is back as journalist Eddie Brock and the voice of his alien counterpart Venom, who both visit serial killer Cletus Cassidy, played by Woody Harrelson, in prison. On the day of his execution, the killer bites Eddie, consumes part of Venom's DNA, and makes his escape before the lethal injections can kill him. The killer now becomes Carnage, and the movie also shows us the breakup between Eddie and Venom, in which the journalist has had it with the alien's hunger for human flesh.
Buddy, I'm the only person that took you in when your friends kicked you off the planet Mingmong because you are a reject. You are a pariah. Lethal protection, my ass. You couldn't protect anything. You are useless. You can get a job down here cleaning toilets.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please, let me fix it.
How about it?
So I can bring it again.
And another adversary is Carnage's childhood love, Shriek. She's played by Naomi Harris, and she screams so loud that you need earmuffs for your earplugs. Harrelson has played a serial killer before in Natural Born Killers, which was an intense and serious character study for him. He does a good job at channeling that role, and Hardy does improve on his characters in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, but it's too short and generic for me to fully enjoy. In order for it to be a fresh superhero movie, it needed a script and more depth, instead of relying on the CGI effects to take over the show. Andy Serkis is the new director of the sequel, and while the first movie was poison for the mind, this one is a slight improvement, but it's still not enough. Next up is The Many Saints of Newark, the movie prequel to the hit Sopranos series, which takes us back to the 60s and introduces us to Christopher's father Dickie, played by Alessandro Nivola, who often visits his uncle Ray Liotta in prison, claiming to be wanting to do good deeds when in reality, he's done bad things.
Wonder what they talk about in there.
I didn't catch the name.
Pussy. Put him on the table.
I think I just got this jacket.
You know, I try so hard.
Pain comes from always wanting things. What do I know? I'm a murderer.
The late James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano on the show, will be smiling down at how his son Michael is able to portray the young Tony, whose father is a jailbird and his mother needs an attitude adjustment, so his only role model is Christopher, who inspires him to enter a life of crime.
I want to go to college. I can't get caught with shit like this.
Look, you take the speakers, right? At the same time, you say to yourself, this is the last time I'm ever gonna steal something. It's that simple.
With an all-star cast including Leslie Odom Jr., John Bernthal, Corey Stoll, and Vera Farmiga, The Many Saints of Newark has a lot to offer for fans of the show and those who want to get themselves involved with it. Too much can happen, but you still admire how director Alan Taylor is able to commit to David Chase's work with its depiction of organized crime in the vein of Goodfellas and The Godfather. The movie version is almost as stylish and charismatic as the show, so check it out! And our next movie is a German import called I'm Your Man, which tells the story of a scientist played by Maren Eggert, who is given a 3-week observation for a handsome android played by Dan Stevens, who is programmed to complement her and be the man of her dreams. But she could care less about romance and knows this love wouldn't be real.
Tom, ich bin nicht auf der Suche nach einem Partner. Ich gehöre zu den Leuten, die euch 3 Wochen testen und dann ein Gutachten schreiben.
Und an Liebe bist du gar nicht interessiert.
0,0.
I'm Your Man is filled with big laughs and a lot of insight over the two leads who have their own perspectives on the meaning of life and love. The scientist knows the difference between a human and a robot, while he wants to prove that he's more than meets the eye, and the performances from Stevens and Eggert are both uniformly excellent and whimsical. I just panned the Melissa McCarthy starring Netflix dramedy The Starling for not even trying to be funny or effective, whereas I'm Your Man has a personal touch that distinguishes between comedy, drama, and romance. So check it out! Now before we recap the movies I've seen this week, I want to let you know something. In New Jersey, there's an event called the Filmmaker Symposium, which shows independent features before they're released to the public. Chuck Rose is the founder of the event, and he just showed The Many Saints of Newark, and he would like for you to sign up. The address is arthousefilmfestival.com. That's arthousefilmfestival.com. Now let's recap the movies I reviewed today. Thumbs down for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which is more of the same, but is still better than the first. Thumbs up, however, for The Many Saints of Newark, which is almost as stylish and charisma as the hit TV show The Sopranos. And finally, thumbs up for I'm Your Man, which is a goofy yet effective romantic comedy. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels. You can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and listen to my podcast reviews at newhdradio.com.